Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Angelic Astrologer and Spiritual Consultant on angelmessenger.net, and I'm here today to do your monthly reading for September 2013. I'm going to use two decks for this reading. The first deck is going to be the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue, and what I'm going to do with these cards is I'm going to pull three cards to give us information and guidance for the month of September. I'm also going to use a second deck during this reading, and that is going to be the Archangel Michael Oracle cards, and those are also by Doreen Virtue. And the Archangel Michael Oracle cards is going to give us an additional message of guidance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a different Archangel Michael card for each person or each group of people that choose a particular stone that I have here in front of where the cards are going to be put up. And I love the crystal realm. I have many crystals and stones, and the reason why I love the crystal realm is because these crystals, part of the earth, they're here for our evolution and for our growth. They're here to assist us, and they're here to bring healing to us on all levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So the stones for this reading, we have rose quartz, and the second stone I have here is celestite. It's pretty blue color. And the third stone I have here for you to choose from today is citrine. Now, what I ask is that when I do these readings, I'm going to have different crystals and stones for you to choose from, and you just go with your intuition and guidance. Some of you might feel that you like a particular type of stone, but there might be a time when I'm doing a reading that you are, gravitating or drawn to or magnetized to a different type of stone. So, again, today we have rose quartz, we have celestite, and I have citrine. So choose whatever stone you're drawn to today. So first I'm going to shuffle the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue. They've already been cleansed and blessed. And we're going to ask our angels and guides, ask the archangels for whatever message that we need to have for this month of September, whatever's in our highest and best interest to know for the month of September. And we'll choose a second card here. And I think this one wants to come out. And the third card for September 2013. Okay. So the first card we have for our monthly reading is the Page of Air. Let's see if you can see that, the Page of Air. Now, the message on the card actually says logical, honest, impulsive, curious. And on the bottom it says challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. Now, I actually get a message about this card that there's information that's coming to us. The air suit is all about communication of all kinds, and when you get a page card, there's usually some sort of message or information that's going to be coming to us, a gift of knowledge, if you will. So what I really feel is that September, in part, what I'm getting is that we've all had an interesting past few months, and we've had a lot of changes and redirections in our life. Maybe some endings and new beginnings, and we are kind of on a path now. We're on a new path, or we're heading towards a new type of energy, maybe starting a new project. And I feel that the angels are trying to tell us that in this month of September that you're going to have more information coming to you as far as opening up to what it is you're supposed to do next, what direction you're supposed to take. I think a lot of us, with the planetary energies, the universal energies that have been happening for the last 2-3 months, we're kind of in this place that old energies have fallen away and there's changes that have been happening, but we may not know what comes next for us. We may not know what direction to take or where to go next in our evolution and growth. So I definitely feel like we're coming into a lot of messages from angels and from spirit. So stay centered, stay grounded, so that in this place of stillness, you can actually hear the guidance that your guides and angels are trying to give to you. Okay, so let's turn over the second card here. The second card is the Moon, which is a major arcana card. This is Archangel Haniel. You can see this. It's actually a very beautiful card. And the message at the bottom says, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. Now, traditionally, in the traditional tarot, the Moon card is a card that deals with our subconscious shadow side. And sometimes it indicates a little bit of a difficult emotional time period, but I don't get this with this card, with Archangel Haniel, and in this particular deck. I really feel like, again, going with the first card, the Page of Air, being communication is coming to us. The Moon, to me, is signifying that a lot of that communication is going to be on a spiritual level, on a psychic level. It's going to be coming from even our deep spiritual superconscious side, or our higher soul selves, and to really tune into what feels right to you. If you think about the Moon in astrology, the Moon rules the sign of Cancer, which is a water sign, and the Moon is all about our emotions and our feelings. So with that information coming in and it being on a higher soul self level, you really have to go with your gut intuitions, your gut feelings, how things feel to you. If you're going in a particular direction or starting something new, whether it be something in business or in your personal life and relationships, you really have to go with what feels appropriate, what feels good, what feels right, and really go with that inner guidance, because you're all strong, powerful, spiritual beings. You all have gifts with intuition, and it's just learning to listen to that intuition, and I think that's going to be heightening for the month of September here for you. Let's see what our last card is. The last card is the Five of Air. I'll let you see that. And the message on the bottom says, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation and review everyone's motives. So I really feel with this card that you're just going to have to use discernment. If we look at the first two cards here and the messages we've gotten so far, we're talking a lot about intuitive guidance and communication. And here we have another air card, the Five of Air, just like the Page of Air over here. So we're still dealing with communication. But I feel what Spirit and the angels, your guides, are trying to tell us here is that you have to use your powers of discernment to weed out the information or the communications that are not in your highest and best interest, that are maybe false, or maybe it's coming from ego, your ego self instead of your higher soul self, or maybe friends or people in your life, although maybe they don't mean any harm, they may be giving you information that is inappropriate for you for this time period in your life. And what this is saying is that you just need to be able to weed out that information and release that information that is not in your highest and best interest. And again, going back to the Moon card, this Major Arcana card, which is in the middle, we really need to go with our inner intuition and guidance. We need to go with what feels right for us. And, just because something feels right for us, it doesn't mean that it's wrong for someone else. But you really have to go with what is right for you. So let's see what additional messages Archangel Michael has. Now, for those of you that picked rose quartz, Let's see what Archangel Michael's additional message for the month of September is for you. So if you picked rose quartz, the message from Archangel Michael is that you're guided and protected. So that really makes a lot of sense with the reading that we just had, that some communications that might be coming to us or some information that might be given to us or that we're led to, that you're going to be guarded and protected, that you're going to make the right choices, that if you tune into your feelings and what feels good and what feels right for you, he's definitely going to make sure that you're heading in the right direction, that you make the proper choices. Okay. Okay, for those of you that picked celestite, we're having a little trouble here. I think that one just fell out, so we're going to go with that one. If you pick celestite, Archangel Michael's message is to be gentle with yourself. Okay, so don't be too hard on yourself. You know, everything is a learning lesson, and the information that's coming in is that sometimes when we make choices for ourselves or come up with decisions in our life as to, you know, what road to take, you know, everything is a learning lesson, that there's no wrong choices, that everything leads us somewhere, and sometimes there might be better choices, but to be gentle with yourself in the process, and don't be hard on yourself or critical with yourself, to learn to love yourself and be open to, you know, that growth and evolution that you're being guided to take. Okay, and then lastly, if you pick citrine, Archangel Michael's message for you is honor and trust your feelings. How appropriate. So definitely, with the reading that we've had today, to honor and trust your feelings, that you are on the right path, that, I mean, look at that beautiful, it's like a Star of David rainbow-colored symbol in the middle of this angel's chest, which is actually Archangel Michael. But that there's a lot of balance here for you, a lot of balance in what you're being guided to do, and that with your feelings, be in balance, that you'll make the appropriate choices, and to trust those choices, trust those feelings, because you're definitely tuned in and following your higher soul self's guidance. Okay. So thank you so much for the reading for September. You can find me on angelmessenger.net. I do a lot of services, and please check out that page because there's a lot of other consultants, a lot of other workshops, a lot of other things that we have going on there. So check us out, and until next time, many angel blessings to you.